Hello guys, what's up? This is Luffy Murdoch here, and here today we'll be doing Doctor Stone chapter 103. It's the first time doing this. Just just reviewing the chapter. But yeah, let's get started. So we arrive on the treasure islands that they have built the boat for, and immediately as they say, like if anybody else like recognize they're there, like they'll will have had a radar. So he basically stated at this point, anyway, of the chapter that there's not a lot. The islands they're on, they're like Senku and his crew are way ahead of them as far as science goes, and as is human nature and that sort of thing, they want to come into the island just in case there's any natives, or I think they know there's natives or anything like that that are on the island. So the dude with the pirate hat, I don't know his name, but he said like, oh, we should remain cautious just in case there's a group of, or unless people mistake it for a sneak attack. So yeah, they divide into four people. Senku goes into Senku and Kohaku and Jen go in a group together. Oh, there's only three of them. Oh no, and Sozius is along with them as well. So they go into a group just to explore and find the planet. So Syracuse comes out of the, or gets popped out as well. So she's been hiding in the barrel this whole time. Or is it he? I can't remember, Tarzia. And yeah, they say to her like, she wanted to be um, like useful to the crew in this upcoming adventure. Everyone was like, "No, you're still a child. No one wants to risk the life of a child for their own safety." And yeah, they make him basically go on cleaning crew alongside I forgot his name, but he's the blonde dude. And yeah, he doesn't want to clean, but he says someone says, "I knew it. There is something down there." So he makes the dude that didn't want to do the cleaning go down, obviously, and he obviously jumps off the hand, like he says, "Oh, whoever's got the hands free, just go down there. Just go down to the sea level and have a look what's going on." He goes down there, and all he sees is statues, and there's so many. Okay, so like clearly, well, thousands of years ago, before the stone world or stone hit up. So, like, not I don't know if it's global warming, I do say, but the sea levels obviously rised up, and because islands like get smaller and smaller, very slowly and gradually, because just like the build like all the island or islands in general just start to decay eventually. Because like I think don't quote me on this, but I think when the world originally started, we were basically all land, and then it all started like when the rain comes, it starts dissolving all the land and that sort of thing. So then obviously the seas here, because like down below used to be land, but we've obviously risen up and risen up and risen up, or not risen up, but the sea's obviously risen up while we've like taken advantage of like the highest points of land in the world. So gradually over the past thousands of years, if I'm wrong by this, by the way, just correct me. But I'm pretty 75% sure that I'm correct on that. But then the water like then obviously through thousands of years the water's risen and basically covered everyone else and covered like, well, not drowned them, hopefully not, but like the sea levels like raised so far, like there's just like tons of people underwater. They're still covered in stone, but at least they're covered in stone at least. And so yeah, the sea levels rising up and the land's obviously decayed, because obviously like even in like lands and stuff, like there's barely any buildings or anything. So like it's like, so the world's gone so far in time that like everything's like just like all the buildings and stuff like you see in this game right now, like just decays and stuff. So yeah, and then the dude says the timeline's not right. When the ray of light rains down upon the world, this island was uninhabited. It was long. after that people began to show up here. So he's very confused on why there is um, statues in the sea when there was no one there around. And then he turns around and says, the pirate captain says someone's watching us. And in the background you see like a little blink, like a little bob of a head. And obviously he goes, well, who the hell are you? And it cuts back to Senku and the alpha female, Kawaki. I can't remember his name. Then Kawaki basically says, oh, I've noticed something coming from the ship's direction. And so Senku and Gohaku, I do apologise for pronouncing that wrong, by the way. Basically go ahead and the other two have a little look with their binoculars, and they have a look in, and one of the crew members turns into stone. And all of them turn to stone, except from Senki, who got kicked out of the way, but unfortunately everyone else got turned into stone. And basically, and they rush back, or I think they try and rush back, but then Senki just says it out of nowhere, and no, Senki, sorry, and then Senki, I can't say her name. Sorry, I will learn better. But anyway, Senku and Kuriki, an alpha female, go off and they found this blob, and they use they get the binoculars out, or ultra microscope, and then have a little look at it. So that's pretty depressing, man. When I first read that, I was like, Jesus, that's a bit rough, because like they've already been in stone, or some of them have been in stone for thousands of years, and then now they've got freaking like loads. Then they got like loads of, now they're back in stone. Some of them back in stone again after all that time. God, that must be so horrible. I really hope they're not conscious. But yeah, these people, I presume, have used whatever fragments. I presume, like it's on JoJo, like they used the big boulder from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because that's how they create stands and stuff. Like stand arrows are made of the stands, like it's all this asteroid from years ago, and it might be the same as that. Like they use it as weapon, like bullets, like from the massive meteor to like shoot people, so they turn back into stone. That's what I presume anyway. I might be wrong about that, but you have to check out in the next chapters or whatever. And that's quite depressing, man. It's really depressing. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and the good stuff. I'll be reviewing Dr. Stone and The Promised Neverland every week. Love you all. See you next time. Peace.